there was someone who in the beginning kind of set me straight. I had like all these big goals for it and things I want to do like right away. Like I want to do it right now, and I thought I could do it right now. But he's like, okay, slow down. This is not a good idea. You need to give up this. And he's like, just patience, and like patience is huge. Because this is one thing in the beginning I was expecting, like, okay, it's gonna blow up. It's something different, like it's automatically gonna blow up, right? And it's like that's just for a lot of people not the reality. So being patient and consistent and believing is like really what you need.
Hey everybody, you're now listening to Cup of Queens with Paige and Saray. Today we have Izaak, the creator of Roll Herd. Izaak is an artist putting his own unique and rock and roll twist on Bison sports clothing.
We talk with Izaak about how he started his business, what it means to him to be a young entrepreneur, and how fashion has led to his passion in design. We even play a game called Roll Herd or Slow Herd, where Izaak breaks down what he would absolutely add to his collection and other items he would pump the brakes on.
So grab your cup and enjoy.
How are you?
Good. Things are well. Just moving along. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but I am living in Shakopee. I have a full-time job as a mechanical engineer at Emerson.
Okay.
So once I graduated, I moved to the cities. So something a lot of people don't know, but yeah, that's what I did.
A guy that can do both.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
You got brains, you got a good taste in fashion, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, we are so excited to talk to you. We are obsessed with everything Roll Herd. We're both NDSU grads.
Yeah.
So we love the Bison.
Yeah.
And so I don't even remember how we stumbled across your Instagram, but when we did, we're like, these guys are absolutely killing it. Like, this is so cool. It's so unique, but also so Fargo and so
right.
Like still represent, but also it's new and modern.
Yeah.
You can still look really cool.
Yeah, it's not kind of like the same old. Like
go to
there's only so much like Bison merch you can buy. So I was just trying to provide a little bit of a different outlook. So
yeah, totally.
Well, tell us everything. Tell us, I mean, you kind of gave us a little life update as to where you are now, but tell us how Roll Herd happened and became a thing.
Okay. Well, I'll start when I was little. When I was little, I always loved drawing. My mom was an artist for a long time, and so I always was drawing. I always loved sports too, so I always was drawing football players. And then when I started to grow up, I started to get really into clothes as well. Any money I would make from work when I was in high school, I'd pretty much spend on clothes. So those kind of two things I loved doing as a kid. And then during COVID, I did this challenge with my friends where I deleted social media. So I had a lot of time to think and stuff like that. So I'm going through school and everything. And don't get me wrong, like I love engineering, but I really had to kind of think really what I love doing. And I was like, okay, I love clothes. And I've always loved drawing. So it's like, how do I tie those two things together? And how do I tie it to an area? I like to tie things to the area I'm in because usually that helps a lot. So it just took some thought and it somehow some help from friends to kind of lead me in the right direction and turned into Roll Herd. Yeah.
That's so cool. So is it just you then? Do you do all the designing and all of that?
Yeah, I do like all the day-to-day stuff. So I'll do the designing. I'll look at suppliers for clothing. I'll do all the finances, the social media. I do the day-to-day operations. I say we because all the people I get involved, whether it's guys helping me shoot videos, the players, just other people helping me with photo shoots, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just me running day-to-day stuff, but I really couldn't do it or it wouldn't be where it is today without everyone else involved. Yeah.
Wow.
That is wild.
And also, how do you even find the time?
literally,
I'm like,
how do
oh,
you find the
crap.
time?
Just any moment I get, pretty much like I'm at work from 6 to 3. I'll work out for a couple hours. I'll cook really quickly. And then from like 6 p.m. until 9:30 p.m., I go to bed. I'm thinking about this. Like I'm thinking about this all the time because I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then on weekends, like same thing. Anytime I can get, I will put time into this. It really is truly my favorite thing to do and think about. So when you're constantly thinking about it, like it just kind of works out. You kind of make it work no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
And I want to go back to the deleting of social media because that is not easy to do. And to do it, did you say you did it for how long?
90 days is called Exodus 90.
Okay.
One of my friends was doing the challenge and he didn't want to do it alone. So a couple of us other friends hopped down. And so we had to do like a bunch of things. Like it was no social media, no carbs on Wednesdays and Fridays, cold showers, et cetera, et cetera. There's a bunch of things. You had to meditate for 20 minutes a day. So you're just sitting there and your mind's going crazy. But it actually like forced me to finally get rid of social media. And it really helped kind of, think about what I wanted to do. And it was important. Now I can't really do that because my brand is really tied to it. But I think it really helped me kind of figure out what I want to do.
I think that's so cool. This is like so bad, but anytime I'm doing just mindless tasks like cleaning or doing this or doing that, I'm always having something running, like a podcast or
TV.
TikTok or YouTube. And it literally, with you speaking about this, it makes me think of how many ideas we all miss because we're so consumed with other people's ideas that we don't give our brain time to think of things like Roll Herd, which thank goodness you did, because now you have this incredible brand.
Yeah, right. And I guarantee you I never would have thought of it if I didn't do that. So I highly recommend it. Maybe not 90 days. Like I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you can do it,
all the other stuff with it. Like I thought it was just a social media hack. Like this was a lot of things.
Right. No, it's just I just finally took that time. Even you don't even have to get rid of social media completely, but just try and prioritize that time where you can just think. I think that really transformed everything for me.
Yeah.
So, okay, you did all that for 90 days. You got rid of the social media, you were doing your cold showers, meditation, all of that stuff. So then once the 90 days was over, what did life look like for you? What was the first thing that you did and how did you kind of transition that?
The first thing I did was really just start playing with drawing again. I bought an iPad and I bought Photoshop and I just started drawing, coming up with some weird designs. And it didn't actually start with Roll Her initially. It started as it was going to be called like debt-free design. And my goal was create a website where students could make designs. I would throw the designs on t-shirts and then I'd sell it on my website and a portion of what I made would go towards the student to help them pay for student debt. So that was the initial huge plan, but it was just way too complicated. And so for that company I was going to create, I started drawing designs, and one of my designs was like a bison skeleton. And that's when one of my friends set me straight. It's you should just give up that idea and just go with that idea. And so I started oh, okay, yeah, I got 1 year left of college. Let's start doing this. Let's start figuring out how we can do this. So I start looking up. It's okay, how do you make a website? How do you run a business? Even all those stuff, all that background research and stuff like that, and trademark stuff like that. Everything. So it really started with just months of research and consulting with friends to see is this a good idea or is this a bad idea and stuff like that. And then I think it was the first football game a little over a year ago. I think it was last football season. first football game. That's when I launched the website, and then it went live. Yeah.
So cool.
And what was the response from everyone? Were people just ecstatic? I feel like because it's so
That was my thought. That was my hope. It's like, oh, this is gonna catch on because it's so different and stuff like that. But no, it's just like it just starts with friends. They'll buy a few things. We tried promoting it at tailgates, but it's just the wrong idea. I think people are at tailgates just to have fun and like go to the game, and I full-heartedly agree with that now. But no, it just took a while, and it's like just consistently doing it and just consistently getting better at it, because I had like zero experience with marketing, business, or anything like that, because all I had was engineering classes mostly. So it's a big learning curve. It was a big learning curve for me, but I just had to keep doing it because I don't know, I love it and I believe in it. So yeah.
That's really all that counts.
That's
all
that matters.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I think you can see that. I mean, I feel like I can see that within the designs because they are so different, and like they're not feminine. Like, let's not beat around the bush. Like they're
Right.
not like things that normally I would be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But the way you do these drawings and the way that you bring like this kind of rock and roll feel to Bison is like, I just don't know how could someone not love it? Like, I think anyone of any age, any gender would be like, that's sweet. Like you can't.
Right. And that's kind of why I try and balance those huge graphic designs with some like simple rock and like just some simple logos, stuff like that. Like this sweatshirt is just simple logo. But I do those graphic designs because I love doing them, and it kind of helps set me apart, So yeah, it's funny because I just started kind of making clothes that I think that I would like and that I would wear. But surprisingly enough, like the girls are my number one supporters. Like they're the ones buying all this time. So I'm really thankful for like the females as much as I am the males. So yeah, no, it's been great.
I believe it. Like
we got you.
Good art, women are gonna appreciate, and that's
absolutely,
so.
Absolutely.
How do you keep your designs fresh? Just because, so you've been doing this now for a couple of years for drawing and stuff. How do you get inspired?
I try to stick to like a signature. Usually it's like a skeletonized sports player. I stick to that signature, but I just add different details to each design. That's how I kind of keep it fresh. So I'm staying within my kind of niche, but it's a little bit different, and you kind of don't know what to expect next. That's kind of how I keep it fresh, or expanding to different types of merchandise. So I started with t-shirts, start doing sweatshirts, and then hats as well. And recently I released shorts. That they're kind of out there. It's not something I would wear on the day to day, but it might be something I wear at a tailgate. But that was something new and something that actually was a pretty big hit. I kind of just ordered a few because I'm like, who knows? But it's something new and people seem to like it. So I'll have to keep making shorts and
keep making shorts.
Yep.
I know exactly which ones you're talking about, and they're very out there, but they're so cool.
Yeah.
So as far as, I mean, you have to be kind of in tune with fashion and trends within, entering this industry. So, I mean, what are the fashion favorites that you have? It's very clear that street style plays a big part in your brand, but where do you kind of pull other fashion trends into what you're doing?
Usually it's inspiration from other creators. Like that's a huge thing about social media is if you're scrolling, now that I'm scrolling, like I scroll through a lot of fashion stuff and I can get ideas from that. So it's actually scrolling is pretty productive for me. But really it's just following some certain creators that I get a lot of inspiration from. For the most part, that helps a ton in everything. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I know Saray kind of touched on two different like favorite items and different things that you might have coming. but we did put together a really fun game.
We do, and I think it's going to help you brainstorm some of these ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like some of the ideas.
Maybe you'll leak some of your secrets, like we'd love to be the first.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Just
We'll see
kidding.
about that. I'll give up a little bit,
Okay.
Yeah. So roll herd or slow herd. So basically we'll give you like different items and tell us if it's gonna be a hard no. So we're gonna slow herd or yes. Obviously
Okay.
rolling.
Obviously, we're rolling.
All
Right.
All right.
With option number 1, these are kind of on trend. So overalls.
Roll herd.
Really?
I've definitely thought about that's like a game day tradition is those overalls, and if I can find the right ones, there's possibility.
I love it.
I've already brainstormed. Yeah, I've already brainstormed, but that's long in the works. Yeah, down the line.
Okay, love to hear.
Yeah. Okay. What about track suits?
Like the Adidas tracksuits or like sweatpants, sweatshirt, hoodie kind of tracksuits.
Like Adidas.
Yeah.
I feel like you got some cool sweatshirts already. So like full blown tracksuit.
It would. I feel like I'd have to get like integrated with a sports team. Like let's say the track team wanted to take me on and they needed like game day gear that was Roll Herd sponsored or something like that. I'd do tracksuits then.
Hey, that's some good. You should manifest that.
So I'd say Roll Herd. Yeah.
Roll Herd. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about duffel bag and or backpacks?
I'd say slow herd. I'm not against it, but that's something that would be. I've never thought about it before, really. So I'm gonna say slow herd. That'd be something that's way down the line if I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about pet accessories?
Slow herd.
Slow herd.
Sorry, not happening. Maybe like a one of one like cat onesie for someone or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. A little out of my forte. I usually like to make stuff that I would wear.
No, I kind of figured you'd say that.
That's
Yeah.
fair. You never
It's
know.
interesting idea though. We'll see.
All right. What about beanies? Cold weather beanies.
Roll herd. It's that season.
Yeah.
You never know. They might be coming sooner rather than later. So
I
hope they come. I love it.
Yes. Because I wear beanies. The thing is, I don't really wear baseball hats that much, even though I like making them. But I wear beanies. So if I'm gonna wear it, I should probably make it.
Yeah. And I bet it's gonna be really good then.
Yeah. I think that one's gonna be a little more of a simpler design. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
But that's what's in right now. People love the simple,
Sleek.
simplistic.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I agree.
Okay, what about fanny packs?
I don't know. Slow herd. That feel to me, I got nothing against fanny packs, but that's something I would have wore in 2016. And maybe not. It's not really my style now, I would say. So I'd say slow herd. It kind of goes along with like duffel bags and backpacks.
Yeah.
That's what
If I were to make those, I'd start making fanny packs.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, but it's slow. It's not totally stopped.
Right. It doesn't mean no. None of them mean no. I'm not going to put anything out,
I love it. Well, and being in the creative space, I feel like you have to be just willing to humor the crazy ideas that come into your head and that people bring to you. And I would love to hear just from a business standpoint. I mean, there's this creative mindset and there's this business mindset. And it's very interesting when you find people who can mesh both together. So what does being a young business owner mean to you? And what have you learned within this whole avenue?
It does. It really means a lot. I don't think many people get the opportunity because it is like a lot of work. It takes like a lot of upfront costs and stuff like that. So I'm just very fortunate to get to be able to do it and have people react to it the way they did. I really am a person who just wants to learn. I know for the last 4 years I've been just grinding engineering, but I've always loved like other stuff. It's like, okay, how do I find a way to learn about all this other stuff? So starting a business is a great way to learn about a bunch of things, and it's been it's been tough at times. Like things, it's one of those things. It's like engineering for me. I'm a very like kind of stable person. That's just pretty stable. But with business, you have lots of ups and lots of downs, and it's kind of weathering those downs and kind of riding those ups. It's a tough go, but it's been probably the best thing I've ever done. Yeah.
I love that.
Awesome.
So even talking about those ups and downs and those different challenges that you faced, what have been some of those, and how do you kind of pull yourself out of it and get back in the game?
I'd say I'm trying to think of like really it's when you order something from a manufacturer and it comes out nothing like you expected. And to buy these samples, they're expensive. So when you're working on funding a business that's getting started, like you don't have like a bunch of funds to order a bunch of samples. So you kind of have to pick and choose, and sometimes they just don't come out. And there was a period of time where it was slower in the year. Not many people were buying, and here I am just trying to order these samples to get like the right fitted t-shirt. And it was like sample after sample. It was like 3 samples in a row that cost me $100+ for a t-shirt, and just none of them were good. And this was it was honestly kind of demoralizing. But there's just a thing in the back of your head that's just like, you'll find it. Like, just keep going. You'll eventually find it. I'm trying to think of like a really good example of a time that things did not go well.
I mean, that's a great one. I
Yeah,
think that like
right.
totally embodies like what a startup looks like.
Right. No, I'm trying to think of like, when people didn't show up to a big photo shoot or something, but really the people I've worked with have been extremely like consistent and willing to help out and stuff like that. So nothing's gone like terribly wrong yet that I've been very fortunate like to have, and I'm just kind of waiting for when something's gonna go wrong like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I look at it too, that like maybe things are going wrong, but it's just like I just want to keep going. That's all I want to do is just keep this going because I love it so much. So
yeah, which is absolutely the outlook I feel like successful business people have to have.
Totally.
And I'm sure, as you've already mentioned, that you've had friends who have kind of helped point you in the right direction, or maybe shifted your viewpoint and put your focus somewhere else. So what is maybe a good piece of advice that you have received?
Best piece of advice. I wish there was someone who in the beginning kind of set me straight. He was an older guy, not saying he was old, but he wasn't like a student or anything, but he's just like, he kind of set me straight. I had like all these big goals for it and things I want to do like right away. Like I want to do it right now. And I thought I could do it right now, but he's like, okay, slow down. This is not a good idea. You need to give up this. This is a good idea. Go with this. Stuff like that. He just gave me some solid kind of business advice. And he's like, just patience, and like patience is huge. Because this is one thing in the beginning I was expecting, like, okay, it's gonna blow up. It's something different, like it's automatically gonna blow up, right? And it's like that's just for a lot of people not the reality. So being patient and consistent and believing is like really what you need. The outpour of like comments and support of just from people I don't even know. Like they just go out of the way to like say DM me and be like, yo, this is awesome. Like just keep it up. I'm like, wow. I was having a bad day, but that just kind of shifted things completely. So those are huge. Those are those little pieces of advice that mean everything.
That's so awesome. And people, I think, forget how much those little comments can literally give that person the extra nudge to be like, okay, I'm not doing this for nothing. This is like meant to be here. So I always love to just put an emphasis when we hear a lot of examples like that with the people we interview and different business owners. And it's just a great reminder to all of us that going out of your way and showing that respect and appreciation for people doing cool things. I mean, it means mountains to them.
Yeah. Even like, you guys reaching out and sending this up, like it does mean a lot. And you guys, it was great. Like I did enjoy it. Like you guys do a great job with your questions and everything. So like, as people would say to me, just like, just keep it up. It really is appreciated.
Totally.
Well, we appreciate you coming on here and everything that you said. And we're super excited to watch your continued success and what you have coming up. So tell us what people can expect from Roll Herd in the future.
Other than the overalls.
Yeah.
Overalls. My hope is soon to get it in stores in Fargo. I like doing the pop-ups. Like I'll do the pop-ups where I come and sell it in person, but I want people to have more access to do that regularly. So looking into brainstorming ways of how I can get it in Fargo full-time somewhere, or multiple places. So that's kind of a big one. And then what's up next is different sports teams.
Nice.
So I love my football stuff too, but I want to represent other sports too. So
I love that.
That's so cool. I feel like your brand, and you've probably already thought about this, but I'm just thinking out loud, your brand would fit so well with like breweries.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like Trekker.
Yes.
Yep. I felt the same way. Like if I could get one of my logos on a beer or something.
Yeah. There needs to be a Roll Herd Drekker. Like
that'd be so
a collab. I want to do collabs are good. I like collabs because my favorite thing is the design part of it and like the creative part of it. So like many collabs possible. I did
vibe.
I did a collab with the horticulture and forestry club. Actually, that was my first collab. I made a design for them. It was like a bison skull with flowers. You might see it around sometimes, but
cool.
And they paid me some money for that, and then like half of that will go towards funding something. I'm not going to reveal it yet, but it'll go towards a gift. It's a gift to the community. So
so cool.
Look at you.
I just,
this is awesome.
I think we're like, it seems like you are just about to hit like this huge stride. And I feel like we're very lucky to be having this conversation with you before that continues to happen. Cause I feel like there's just a lot of cool things that are about to come our way.
Yeah. Well, hey,
famous. You can remember us.
Us little people.
Hey, you like, okay. I'm not gonna float my own boat, but if maybe in a year or so we can do it again and then see where it's going and stuff like that.
Let's get an update. Absolutely. Also, you probably didn't know this because I haven't talked about it a lot on our podcast. I coach the NDSU Bison dance team, and we need to do something with you. We will talk about that afterwards.
Okay. I need to find out like the rules with NDSU as well. Like I want to know the no-nos and
we'll look into things.
Okay, sweet.
We'll look into
things
for you.
All right. Yeah, I'd definitely be down for a collab.
That'd be so fun. Okay,
yeah, I agree.
I'm like pumped for you. This was so fun to hear about your story and just the way that Roll Herd has come to be what it is. And I can't wait to see what it's going to be in a year. Because like I said, I think there's just a lot of great things ahead for you. So plug away, give the people what they want, tell them where they can find you, how they can purchase, and how they can stay connected with Roll Herd.
Okay, so my number one thing is I got the Instagram game down. My TikTok game is not so good. So if you want to stay connected, follow the Instagram. That's where we send the updates. That's where we do everything. Besides that, the website is easy. It's just rollherd.com. Simple as that. So really the best way you can kind of support and connect is buying the clothes. That's what helps fund future projects. Like I consider this a hobby of mine. So really what I'm doing with the money that is spent is funding future projects. So that's the best way to do it.
So awesome.
Perfect. We'll link everything so it's super easy for people to find and support. But thank you again. Seriously, you're killing it, and I can't wait to see what you have coming.
I appreciate that a lot.
Awesome.